Stay tuned for the biggest fish, the hottest bites, this week here on In-Depth Outdoors. With James Holst and Pat McSherry and the rest of the IDO fishing team. We're headed to the best fisheries across the upper Midwest and Canada. We'll fish longer, explore unfished bodies of water, and go further off the beaten path in search of the hottest bites in fresh water.
Look at that fish.
This is In-Depth Outdoors.
Thanks for tuning into this week's episode of In-Depth Outdoors. I'm James Holst. Now we're finally back in the studio from our week-long adventure that saw us head to Saginaw Bay last week, and then head south and east down to Lake Erie, where we filmed with PJ Vick, Nick Fasse, and Ryan Bettinger. Now, Nick and Ryan are owners of an airboat, and as you're going to see once we get into this episode, that airboat is going to be a very important part of the show we're about to show you. Now, of course, ice fishing on Lake Erie, everybody knows about the trophy potential. We wait every winter in anticipation, hoping that this great walleye fishery will finally get ice. Over the last few weeks, we've been fighting with some really cold temperatures that's made fishing here in the Midwest, rather challenging. But the promise, the payoff was that we get enough cold weather, Lake Erie would come into play, and that's what we're about to experience. I'm going to share a little insight with you. Before this show is over, you're going to see me land the longest walleye I've ever caught on ice. So do stick around. I think you're going to love today's show. And as you can see, the way we're going to start things off here, even though we're traveling to get in an airboat, things don't always go as planned. So here's what we got going on. We brought the airboat along because we knew the ice conditions weren't safe, not consistent. We've fallen through 3 or 4 times so far, and the ice is 1.5 to 2.5 inches thick where we're going through. The reason the airboat's struggling is it's so cold that when you break through, you get the hull wet, and the snow is just powdery, and it just turns to concrete. So I think what we're going to do is, we've shown we've been able to get it to move a couple times now, and then as soon as it hits the powdery snow, that wet hull just grabs it, collects it, and it just turns into an anchor. So we're going to shovel snow all the way over to that bare ice patch. By the time he gets there, he should have enough momentum, but there's guys all around us on 4-wheelers and snowmobiles. 98% of the ice is 6 inches thick, but for whatever reason, there's just these pockets. You can't see them with your eye. There's no explanation why it's that way. But we went through one section earlier where my thumb was longer than the ice was thick, and there's guys running all over the place. So I wish them nothing but safety today. We'll get out of here. It'll probably take a half hour. We'll just do the work, dig it out to that glare patch, and once Ryan powers her up and gets her moving, we should be fine. We're clear and we're ready to get back to fishing. It was quite the process of blocking up the airboat to chip the ice out. Once we had it out of the hole, it took us 15 minutes to get out of the hole. It took us an hour and a half to get all the ice off, but we're good to go now. And there are a lot of spots out here right now on Lake Erie with 2 inches of ice, which is kind of scary because most of it's got good ice. Most of it's 6, 7 plus. And there's a lot of guys running around on 4-wheelers and snowmobiles, and if somebody had to find a hole, I'm glad it was us, because we don't sink, but it was not one of those easy in, easy out deals. A learning experience for me. This is my second time in an airboat, first time actually falling through in a significant way, and there's lots of obstacles when that happens. When there's conditions like this, it's the cold. It causes that powder snow to freeze on that hull almost instantly. But we're going to get back at it. We're gonna have a great afternoon whether we catch fish or not, but as far as I'm concerned, somebody's owed a big walleye.
Rain, boat spray, wind, and if you're unlucky enough, even snow. When your drive to work is a highway of water, you need outerwear that you can count on day after day, week after week, year after year. The Rapala Rain Pro and the Rapala Rain Jacket and bibs are exceptionally crafted using premium materials and fitted for comfort. With the right gear, you can weather the storm, backed by a legendary name you can trust.
At Eskimo, we have the tools to help you enjoy your time on the ice. They say man needs food, clothing, and shelter. When it comes to shelter, we like the Outbreak 450i with its full-size no-trip door. That's nearly 74% bigger than a standard door, making it much easier to load and unload. With 75 square feet of fishable area, you'll be warm and comfortable during your day on the ice. Check out the Outbreak 450i and our full line of products at geteskimo.com.
From the first time you pick up a tuned-up custom rod, you'll know you're holding something special. A rod not mass-produced, but built one at a time by the hands of gifted craftsmen. Rods like the Precision, ice fishing's most versatile multi-species rod, or the Precision Noodle with a tip so sensitive you'll never fish a spring bobber again. And the Commander, the rod that's never met a big fish it couldn't best. Tuned-up custom rods. Ice rods handcrafted for you and the way you fish.
Reed's Family Outdoor Outfitters in Walker, Minnesota has the hottest products for ice fishing at unbeatable prices. Everything from ice electronics, ice shelters, and ice clothing from all the top brands. And the newest lithium-powered augers with special everyday pricing on the Garmin LiveScope Ice Bundle. Whether you're visiting us in Walker, Minnesota or placing an order online at reedsports.com. Our state-of-the-art distribution center ensures you'll get your order fast. Reed's Family Outdoor Outfitters offers the best service, best price, best advice, guaranteed.
Marking. There we go.
Attaboy.
All right. Well, that didn't take too long. Second move.
spot.
I don't think it's a very big one. Nope. Just a perfect eater, actually. Probably about 16, 17 inches. And we are going to eat some fish today. So what we got going on here is we are actually out on the big flats, 27 foot of water, and we're making moves in quarter-mile increments. As soon as we show up, we put the timer on. 15 minutes, if we're not catching fish, we're out and we're on another quarter mile. So, you know, doing it that way, we can cover about a mile of water, you know, every hour, which really helps you break down these big basins in a hurry. You got all of that. Don't need my pliers. And I did actually bring a pliers.
No way.
I know.
I'm more surprised by the fact that you know where it's at. I bet you brought it.
All right. That one's coming home with me.
Come on. Come on. Here we go. Hooked up.
On.
We've been kind of bouncing around here the last couple hours, hole hopping. Not a bad one. Good eater size. Yeah, I'll probably keep that guy. Yeah, 14, 15, not too bad. Need a new minnow here, go grab one.
There we go. That one feels a little nicer. Well, we're on about probably our 4th or 5th mile on the water, I would say. And we're
Lots
just
of hops.
Lots of hops. We're sticking with our game plan. 15 minutes and we're on another quarter to half mile, and we've covered a bunch of water, but looks like we're on to a little bit better school of fish here. That one ain't bad at all. Probably 22, I'd say, but I got her down in there choked. That one's gonna come home with us too. That's a perfect Erie eater there. Get this guy off here. right in the roof of the mouth where he should be. And that's a number 5 blue chrome jig and wrap, which is pretty standard issue for me out here on the area. That's probably one of my favorite lures and favorite colors for out here. Like I said, that one's gonna go in the fryer. Oh my. Gotcha. He took about 3 runs at it. Nope. Your fish fry.
It's amazing that we catch anything some days. Well, there's so much blowing snow. I mean, the one that I lost.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't keep
you
ladling it out of there, you don't realize that that snow just, the weight keeps pushing it down and down, and what looks like a skim to you is there's 8 inches of snow in there.
Yeah, you can't see anything down that hole. You clean it out, 5 minutes later, it's full again.
Right. And you can't pull a 20-inch walleye through 8 inches of snow slush.
Not very well. Not very well. Let me grab another minnow.
In-depth outdoors, spot on the spot ID.
On today's Spot on the Spot ID, we're going to share our approach to how we targeted walleye out on Lake Erie during our recent trip. Now, I should point out that anything I'm about to share here, it's a week old. The conditions out on Lake Erie have changed significantly. Looking at the most recent satellite imagery, there's huge pockets of open water, massive cracks. A lot of the ice is starting to blow to the north of the islands, and it's headed east. So if you're looking to fish Lake Erie in the coming weeks on what would be, just remnant ice, pay diligent attention to the direction of the wind. You don't want the wind blowing offshore if you're standing on a sheet of ice. So with that said, the area that we spent most of our time targeting was directly out from Camp Perry around FCAN. This area has traditionally been one of the better areas for us. We don't have a ton of experience here, but FCAN and E have always been an area where we've had great success targeting larger fish. And then as we worked further north and west, what we found was the fish got smaller and the ice conditions deteriorated significantly. The further west we got, the thinner the ice became. And what we assume is that at some point, while the ice sheet was forming, a strong west wind blew the ice sheet off the shoreline, and then it later refroze, and that's why it was so much thinner there. But there were sections of ice out here around ACAN where the airboat was basically just plowing through broken ice for 100 yards at a time. So as you can tell, despite the incredibly cold conditions we've had for the last 2.5 weeks, Lake Erie really never got a chance to get the ice pack that we assumed it would get. Very thankful to have had the chance to get out on Lake Erie to experience this bite, but unfortunately, the window appears to have closed for anyone else that wants to come out in the weeks to come.
Available in 6 technique-specific models, the new custom series spinning rods from Okuma offer tournament-grade performance at a price all anglers can afford. Built on SCT blank technology featuring a dual helix carbon fiber wrap, Deadeye Custom Series rods offer an ultra-responsive blank that will handle the biggest walleye on your favorite bodies of water. Find the Deadeye Custom Series at your favorite sporting goods store today and see for yourself why Okuma is inspired fishing.
Does your sonar offer dual spectrum chirp, producing razor-sharp images on an ultra-bright HD display? The ability to tailor the display to the way you fish. Precision GPS functionality with legendary Lake Master mapping to move effortlessly from ice to open water. If not, you should be fishing an Ice Helix, the electronic system that offers all the features and performance successful ice anglers demand. Only from Humminbird.
Introducing Suffix Advanced Fluorocarbon. A new level of suppleness. A new level of toughness. A new level of sensitivity. A new category of fluorocarbon. Hello, future.
Got one over here.
Well, that looks like a big one.
It's gonna be a good one.
Uh-oh.
Definitely better than the ones we've been catching.
Oh, I see his head.
No, you don't. He is way down there now, bro.
He just vomited all over the place.
And by that you mean he purged himself?
Yep. It did. Looks like all kinds of shad scales.
Nice. Nothing says you're in a fight like throwing up. Let's do this.
Oh, that's looking good, bud.
It is feeling good, looking good,
yeah,
feeling
yeah.
good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's a mamacita.
That's a mama.
Come on now.
Yeah, just let her do her dance right there. This is always the moment of truth.
Where is the jig and wrap hook? I've got her on back reel. I'm not playing that game.
Yep.
Come on. Just keep smooth tension on the fish. Try to anyway. Yeah, that's a 8-pound fish it looked like.
That's a really nice fish. Beautiful.
Come here.
Wolf it?
It took quite a while for it to decide to come up and eat it.
Yeah.
I will say this, I've marked 3 or 4 fish like
That's
that
bigger
today.
than you think, bud.
I just saw the head.
That's bigger than you think.
That's a giant. I did see some jig and wrap though too.
Oh, that is a big one, man. I seen the belly and it's serious.
The eyeball is as big as my thumb. Come on now.
Oh, baby, come on.
This should be about it.
I'm all in. I'm telling you, I'm all in.
I need you to go up to your elbows, bro.
Oh, this is a pig.
Yes, it is. Yeah, based on its head size, it's a giant.
Oh, there it is. Oh my. Oh my. Yep, that's a giant.
Yeah, that is probably my biggest walleye in a long time.
Holy cow.
Look at that thing.
Oh my gosh.
Oh. Boom goes the dynamite.
Yeah. That is a giant. That's all of 32 inches right there, bud. Wow. What a pig.
Oh, look at that thing.
Wow. Oh my. That's why we come out here. That is why we come out here.
I'm gonna get this thing unpinned. Yes. Look at that thing.
Wow.
Wow. That's a 30 plus right there, boys and girls. All right, so we're gonna do something that I have never done before. In all my years of fishing, I have never kept a fish for a trophy. We talked about it on the way out. Yeah. My threshold 32.
You got all that.
That's all
you
there.
got all that.
This one is coming home with me.
Absolute monster, James.
I'm gonna go get this and put it in the airboat.
Yep.
And I'm going to find a way to warm up my hand.
That's a good.
Before I have tissue damage. What a fish!
Yeah.
Thank you. Woo-hoo. Oh. Come on. Seems to like these little sharp snaps. I mean, I've just got him going loco right now. Got him. Help! Oh.
Right on. Oh, nice fish.
Woo. I worked
That's
that
a
thing
chunker.
up, down, up, down. It had to be, I don't know, 8 or 10 times up and down.
Really?
And it just finally is just snapping it. I mean, I was just going crazy on it, and he returned.
That is a sumo.
I know.
Sheesh.
I can barely get my hand around that one. How about them apples? Thanks for coming over.
Yeah,
I
no
lost
problem.
that last one in the transducer cable. What a fatso. And I mean it in the nicest way.
With all them perch I'm marking, I'm guessing he's on a pretty good perch diet.
Exactly. Exactly. There we go. We keeping that one?
I think so.
All right.
It's chubby, but it's still only 22, 23.
Right. Well, it's
Erie standards.
The rules out here on Lake Erie are a little bit different.
Yep.
It's been a long time since I fished a body of water where the DNR encourages you to take the fish.
Right, right.
Beautiful.
Beautiful fish.
I need a minnow. This one's going on the pile.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Brandel GM in Aiken, Minnesota's only haggle-free Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealer, is a proud sponsor of In-Depth Outdoors TV. Our Brandel value price ensures that you don't have to spend your entire day haggling to get a great deal. And every new vehicle comes with our exclusive gimmick-free lifetime powertrain warranty. Whether you're in need of service, sales, parts, or body shop repair, stop by our state-of-the-art facility in Aiken or visit us 24/7 at brandelgm.com.
With the release of the Tungsten Bullfly jig from BMC, your panfish presentation just got buggier. By creating a spot-on invertebrate imitator destined to fool the most wary panfish. The Tungsten Bullfly jig is available in 9 colors to further accommodate today's angler, including 4 metallic finishes and 5 ultra glow colors, which hold a charge up to 15 minutes. This winter, match the hatch and outsmart the most finicky panfish with the BMC Bullfly jig.
Glacial Lake Stock is now Glacial Lakes Recreation. Located in Starbuck, Minnesota, we offer the same great location, staff, and service with a new name to better fit our ever-expanding business. As an authorized dealer and service center for Yeti and now Alumilite ice houses, we have you covered if you're looking for a new house or just need a little service. Stop in today or check us out online at glaciallakesrec.com and make this ice season your most enjoyable and comfortable ever.
Yeah,
checkmate, brother.
Hit the hole.
Come here, you. Man, these fish just make you earn it.
Yeah, they do. Working up and down. Nice fish. Very nice. Excellent, bro.
All right, we're gonna have us a fish fry tonight. This is an invited guest right here. I might keep maybe one more, but
it's about as perfect as it gets for eater.
I tell you what, it's like a video game, walleye fishing that resembles almost like lake trout fishing.
Yeah.
Just the up and the down and just the crazy repetition to, I don't know, whatever finally gets them to eat.
That's one of my favorite parts about these Lake Erie walleyes, is that game you're talking about.
Well, I'll do my best to get a really good example of it recorded on the Hummingbird so people can see. It's really, really unique, and you can, once you see it, you understand why this is something pretty special.
Yeah. All right, good work. I gotta get back at
throw that
it.
one in the the airboat for me. Thank you. I think that was probably a 3-minute interaction, which doesn't seem like much, but in that 3 minutes, I bet you I had that fish up and down 6-8 times. And what I mean up and down, that fish ended up eating at about 10 feet below the ice. We're in 26 foot of water. So the playing field was 16 feet on the dial, just up and down, up and down. But I need to grab a minnow.
Marking.
Work your magic.
Oh, come on.
Oh, you got him.
Nope.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I got him.
Little guy.
I got my drag set loose.
Oh. Is he getting big?
Come here, buddy. Gotcha. Perfect. That is my last eater. I'm gonna throw this one in and call it good. Perfect specimen, probably 16, 17 inches long.
You won't eat through all those tonight, I guarantee you.
No, definitely. I couldn't have kept it away from that one if I tried. That one was coming.
Good thing, given the drag was a little light.
Yeah. Didn't even know I had it.
I was gonna guess 6-inch perch, but
right. Awesome.
got him. Just a little guy.
Get him, James.
Here you. Heck yeah. They're getting serious now. It's not any warmer. The wind has settled down a little bit. But we're starting to get to that time of day where they should be turning on. All right. See you later, fish. That one didn't even get my shiner minnow.
Got him. Got him. There we go. Them ones are coming 3 at a time. I knew one of them was going to grab it. They were all kind of fighting over it a bit. That one's probably about 15 inches. We'll let him go.
Well, there was some teamwork there. Both of us ran over to your hole for a 16-inch.
Everybody's ready to jump on.
We're ready.
So that brings us to the end of today's show. Before I go, huge thanks go out to Nick and Ryan for their use of their airboat. They basically drove us everywhere we needed to go, and they kept us safe out there on the ice. The longer we were out there, the worse ice conditions became. We started to break through on the airboat, often 100-yard stretch at a time. So it looks like we're coming to the end of the ice fishing season on Lake Erie. The most recent satellite imagery shows that despite some continued cold temperatures, the winds have done a number on the ice sheet and things are really starting to break up. So if you do try to get out on Lake Erie, make sure you use extreme caution. Things are looking extremely unsettled. And in the weeks to come, I would anticipate that guys will be out there in the boat, catching those giant walleyes, doing some trolling. So for those that are interested, that walleye that I did keep on today's show, it's the only trophy walleye I've ever kept in my entire life. It ended up taping out at 32 1/8 inches long, and I'm not done with my fishing career by any means, but it would not surprise me if that is the longest walleye I ever catch through an ice hole in my entire life. So I do feel very blessed, even more so to get a chance to share it with PJ, Nick, and Ryan. And for those that tuned in this week, I thank you, and we'll see you next week.
For more info on the latest fish reports, gear recommendations, and hottest techniques, connect with us online at indepthoutdoors.com or follow us on Facebook at In Depth Outdoors. And if you enjoyed today's show, be sure to let our sponsors know.